ever feel like you've been waiting on God for so long that you actually start to question whether that thing is ever going to happen in this lifetime? Like you've been doing everything right, everything you know to do. You've been praying, you've been fasting, you've been super ultra patient, but that promise still hasn't come. Y'all, that kind of way right there, that kind of way, it hits different. If you know, you know. But it reminds me of the story of Sarah and Abraham and how God promised them a child. But when he made that promise to them, that promise didn't show up right away. They didn't have a child in the first month or the first year or even the first like 5 or 10 years. That promise didn't manifest. It didn't come to pass. You know how long it took? It took 25 years for that promise to come to pass. Can you imagine carrying a word from God for 25 years and then every single year nothing is happening? It looks like nothing is happening. Sarah even laughed when God reminded her of the promise because sometimes, y'all, the wait is so long that it makes you wonder if you truly heard God right in the first place. You start to question and thinking, maybe I heard him wrong. But guess what, though? Guess what? He came through. He came through like only he can do. And so, even though they doubted, even though they got tired, even though they tried to take matters into their own hands, God was still faithful. He was still faithful. So, if you're in a season right now where it feels like, this wait is never ending and like the promise is not going to come to pass, please hear me when I say this. Delayed does not mean denied. God, he doesn't forget what he has promised you. He's actually preparing the right time, the right environment, and the right you to be able to carry it. So don't confuse silence with absence because sometimes the waiting season is where your faith is being built and being leveraged the most. So even when things feel long, even when it doesn't make sense, keep the faith because guess what? If he said it, he's gonna do it. And when that promise comes, it's gonna be worth every minute that you waited and more. Okay? Keep the faith, bet on you because God already did.